For battery,
Turn around.
domestic violence.
Put your hands behind your back.
You got handcuffs?
According to our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, Davis was taken into custody after an impromptu hearing and will now finish his 3-month sentence in jail. WJZ is working to confirm why his sentence.
It was yet another setback for Gervonta Davis, as he suddenly collapsed in court after facing a new punishment for another violation. The Baltimore court brought fresh charges against the boxing champion on 2 separate counts. The first was linked to his previous hit-and-run case from years ago. Shockingly, Gervonta Davis had been negligent in complying with his punishment, putting him at risk of facing an even harsher sentence.
Gervonta Davis, Mr. That's it, we finally got you up here.
Yes, Judge, thank you very much.
However, it was Gervonta Davis' sudden collapse in court that led the judge to reconsider his case. Alongside his past legal troubles, Gervonta Davis also facing bribery allegations after a leaked recording surfaced, allegedly capturing a conversation between him and referee Steve Willis during his last fight. While debates continue over whether any misconduct, Gervonta Davis' legal team argues that the New York State Athletic Commission had already dismissed the case, rendering it invalid. As the fallout from the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach controversy continues, questions remain about the fighter's future both inside and outside the ring.
Hey,
Gervonta Davis' lightweight title on the line at the Barclays Center in New York on March 1st, in what many expected to be a routine title defense. However, the fight didn't go as planned, with Roach finding success throughout the bout. The most controversial moment came in the 9th round. Gervonta Davis voluntarily took a knee and retreated to his corner. The referee initially began counting but then stopped. Choosing not to rule it a knock, Gervonta Davis claimed it was due to grease in his eye. The fight ultimately ended in a majority decision draw, with the judges scoring it 115 to 113 for Davis, and 114 to 114 twice. Had Roach been awarded a 10-8 round in the 9th, he would have secured the WBA lightweight title.
What Tank did that when he took the knee? What do you think when he took the knee? I can't. Can't think on that? He did some bullshit though? I can't think. No personal opinion, nothing? Yeah.
It has now been revealed what Roach said to the referee during that controversial moment, making his stance crystal clear. Gervonta Davis, keep counting. Roach demanded, believing the referee should have continued the count. He later explained his thoughts during the referee started counting, but then I saw Davis get up and walk to a corner. Gervonta Davis got confused. I was focused on the referee counting, but when I looked over and saw Gervonta Davis was like, I wanted it to be ruled a knockdown because it should have been, Roach stated.
Davis.
And, Your Honor, Mr. Hassan and I, assuming the court finds probable cause, we have an agreement.
Good morning, Judge Kenneth Hassan.
Roach's team officially appealed the verdict, but the New York State Athletic Commission ruled that the result would stand. However, Lamont Roach Jr.'s confidence remains sky-high. You might think that after his appeal to overturn the controversial draw against Gervonta Davis on March 1 was denied, Roach would let it go. But that's not the case. Instead, he's doubling down, calling out Tank at every opportunity. His frustration is understandable, but at this point, both sides want a rematch.
Not whistling, not playing. Like, come on, bro. Y'all niggas is crazy. So we elsewhere with that shit.
Gervonta Davis Lamont Roach Jr. found himself in a heated online exchange with fellow boxer Lorenzo Simpson, who Gervonta Davis Simpson didn't just talk. He put his money where his mouth was, throwing down a $250,000 bet and taunting Roach, saying, Gervonta Davis, just like I bet your role model. If you can show it to me with good money, little guy Roach's confidence is undeniable. But now he's taking things even further. Just hours ago, he casually threatened an Instagram post, something that quickly caught the attention Gervonta Davis.
Just off the top, man, I was, a little disappointed. Just for the sake of boxing itself, and obviously my result for the fight. I think
In an Instagram post today, the 25-year-old boxer wrote, "I showed that I was a pound-for-pound talent against a generational star in the sport. I was born a star, but on March 1st, a star was finally under the microscope of the world. I can't wait to run it back and put on a show." But why does Roach believe he's a pound-for-pound talent? Well, for starters, everyone saw the controversial 9th round moment when Davis took a knee. Tank insists it wasn't from a punch, but a mix of hair grease and sweat blinding him. Some fans bought the excuse, but plenty gave Roach's credit for the performance.
the key that they pointed out the things that were actually done wrong, and there's still no movement to overturn the fight. Just really saddened me a little bit. But
another factor fueling his confidence could be Ring Magazine's latest pound-for-pound Gervonta Davis spot, and ESPN now ranks Roach at No. 6 in the 135-pound division. That kind of recognition can definitely boost a fighter's ego. As for Gervonta Davis, is he responding to all this? Yes and no. After initially stating he wanted the rematch by the end of May, he's gone radio silent. A rare mood for Gervonta Davis, he's quick with the trash talk. But this time, the 30-year-old has been unusually quiet. And when a fighter like him goes silent, it usually means he's plotting something big.
Of the New York State Athletic Commission, I kind of accepted my fate just a little bit. I had a lot of hope though. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of hope.
If this rematch happens, and Roach's promoter, Gervonta Davis, insists it will, it might finally deliver the fireworks fans expected the first time around. But the real question, Gervonta Davis' stronger comeback, or is he eyeing the exit door?
In my view, that I have to come with it all. I have to do more. Obviously, just to secure the win is.
Gervonta Davis has already hinted that he only has 3 or 4 fights left before calling it a career. And let's be real, if retirement is on the horizon, he'll be chasing the biggest paydays possible. Now think about it. Does a rematch with a relatively unknown name like Lamont Roach Jr. bring in the kind of money he's after? Or would he secure a much bigger bag by locking in fights with high-profile opponents like Shakur Stevenson?
We elsewhere with that shit. And niggas dicky and like they start, like, come on. When I start wearing chrome heavy and showing shit off, and that's when niggas start wearing.
Funny enough, Tank initially dismissed the idea of fighting the New York native, claiming Roach hadn't done enough for the sport of boxing. But in a recent sit-down with NBA analyst Stephen A. Smith on ESPN, he suddenly seemed more open to the idea. Meanwhile, a rematch with Ryan Garcia would undoubtedly be a massive payday.
Home potential, I listened to everybody to the T. She's mad that I bought a property, that's why I'm sitting in jail.
But it's not happening anytime soon. Garcia first has to get past Rolando Rolly Romero on May 2nd. And if he wins, he's got Devin Haney waiting for him. Assuming Haney beats Jose Carlos Ramirez that same night. So, Tank versus Garcia 2?